Speech. Impact of global conflicts on the world economy today. I stand before you to speak on a highly critical, and contemporary issue, the impact of global conflicts on the world economy. In today's interconnected world, no country exists in isolation. A conflict in one region can create far-reaching consequences across continents. Global conflicts, especially wars, are not just political or military events. They're deeply disruptive forces that destabilize economies and affect billions of lives. First and foremost, wars create massive economic instability. Governments involved in conflicts increase their military spending, leading to a substantial rise in expenditure. This often results in fiscal deficits and rising debt levels. Instead of investing in infrastructure, healthcare, and education, nations divert resources toward destruction. This weakens long-term development and creates a fragile economic environment. One of the most immediate and visible effects of global conflicts is the surge in oil prices. Many conflicts occur in regions that are rich in energy resources. Any disruption in supply leads to volatile oil markets. When oil prices increase, transportation and production costs also rise. This creates a cascading effect across industries, making goods and services more expensive for consumers worldwide. As a result, inflation becomes a serious concern. Rising fuel prices increase the cost of essential commodities, such as food and transportation. This leads to inflationary pressure on economies. Consumers lose purchasing power, and businesses face higher costs. Central banks often respond by increasing interest rates, but this can slow down economic growth and investment, creating a recessionary situation. Another major impact of global conflicts is the disruption of international trade. Wars lead to sanctions, trade restrictions, and damaged infrastructure. Countries involved in conflict may stop exporting or importing goods. This breaks global supply chains and creates shortages in the market. The global trade system becomes fragmented, reducing efficiency and increasing costs for businesses. Moreover, Global conflicts create uncertainty in financial markets. Investors become cautious and withdraw their investments due to increased risk. Stock markets become unstable and currencies may weaken. This creates a volatile financial environment, discouraging both domestic and foreign investment. As a result, economic growth slows down significantly. Human displacement is another severe consequence of war. Millions of people are forced to leave their homes and become refugees. This creates a humanitarian crisis and puts economic pressure on neighboring countries. The loss of workforce reduces productivity and affects economic output. Such situations are highly detrimental to both national and global economies. In addition, global conflicts expose the vulnerable nature of supply chains. In a globalized economy, production depends on multiple countries. A disruption in one region can delay manufacturing in another. Industries such as automobiles, electronics, and pharmaceuticals are particularly affected. This highlights the need for more resilient supply systems. Some may argue that wars can boost certain sectors, such as defense and manufacturing. While this may be true, in the short term, such growth is neither sustainable nor beneficial in the long run. The overall economic damage caused by conflicts far outweighs any temporary gains. To reduce the economic impact of global conflicts, international cooperation is essential. Countries must focus on diplomacy, dialogue, and peaceful conflict resolution, strengthening global institutions, and promoting fair trade can help maintain stability. Diversifying energy sources and reducing dependence on conflict-prone regions can also minimize risks. These steps are crucial for building a more sustainable, and balanced global economy. In conclusion, global conflicts have a profound and long-lasting impact on the world economy. They lead to rising oil prices, increasing inflation, disrupted trade, and financial instability. The global economic system becomes more uncertain and unstable. Therefore, maintaining peace is not only a moral responsibility, but also an economic necessity. Let us strive for a world where cooperation replaces conflict and prosperity is shared by all. Thank you.